figure out what when people do their own splicing on Facebook, when they do their own Facebook, like what them is used.
Alright, talk one more time. Make sure it's amazing.
Hmm?
Talk one more time.
Testing, testing, one, two, three.
Alright. Alright. We are ready when you are.
Don't no, don't press live yet, please.
Hmm?
You ain't press live, right?
Well, it's live on Facebook, which I could easily set to private because only me watching. I mean, YouTube. Sorry.
Oh, dear God. All right. All right. Put everything on silent. Are you ready to go?
Alright. Tea time with Greg. Alright. Time for change.
Yes, someone politically just asked me for one of my shirts.
For what? Oh, okay, no problem. $5. Shipping and handling, and then
Hello.
$5 for shipping and handling. I thought the price. I put in the
Okay.
shipping. Time for change.
Try to make this as authentic as possible. You got some hot tea behind me and hot tea in front.
Yep. Alright, alright. Put my audio below. Alright. Going live in five, four, three, two, one.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Tea Time with Greg. And you can follow me on YouTube as well, Tea Time with Greg on YouTube. And you can like my Instagram page, which is Tea Time with Greg. Today, we're all about keeping it real. And what I mean by keeping it real is I had no bullshit Friday. And I find lots of times that we get caught up in a lot of stuff. And I mean, right now, this is elections time, and we are all becoming very sensitive and a tad emotional to everything that's going on when it comes to politics right now. Um, so it is a little upsetting and nerve wracking to see what everybody has to say and what people are going through. But we'll talk about everything. Now, my stance on life is, let me back up a little bit because I have to start from according to Medea, the beginning, and I can start from the beginning. I grew up in a political family, and even though I grew up in a political family, which is BLP, and I'm clearing the air so there's no misunderstanding, of who Greg Williams is and the decisions I can make for myself. And even though I grew up in a political family, I decided that I was going to stay away from politics. Why? Politics is very nasty. It's a very dangerous game for those who can't play it. If you don't have the stomach for it, I'll tell anybody to stay out of it and have no opinion. Because when somebody comes gunning for you, whether or not they know anything about you, socially, politically, personally, or anything otherwise, they're coming for you because you do not believe in what they believe in. Fine. So growing up, I stayed out of it, and I made my own decisions, and I made my own ventures. I did everything Greg Williams. I got nothing politically. I was not politically inclined to want anything. So at the end of the day, I stayed out. I built my entire life for what people know of me through the willpower of Greg Williams. And I'm proud of that because nobody can come and tell me that they've done anything for me, that they give me X and that they give me Y, and I have any obligation toward them. And any favors, because you know, let me keep it real. All the favors you gotta do because this body did X for you, this body did Y, none of that crap. I have weighing on me, and it is what it is. I'm not seeing anything coming up, Jamar. Okay, here we go. So yeah, I just want to get it in case I see any comments. Right. So I maintain and got everything that I have in my life or I don't have now. Nothing was taken away from me politically. The surroundings and situations of life was what made the situation more difficult for me to survive. I'm saying all this because I am laying the cards on the table because I am tired of the bullshit. I am tired of everybody and this he said nonsense and what people assume is the truth. I have my truth. You have your truth. And the actual truth exists. There's three sides to the truth. And who doesn't want to believe that? That's entirely up to you. That's your truth at the end of the day. But you grow up in a political arena or particular background, BD, NDP, UPP, whoever. You choose a particular side. And because your parents and your family, all that has decided they're going to go that particular route, political route, you must go that route. Can you not decide for yourself, for whatever reason, you're going to take your own stance and decide where you want to go politically, what you want from your future and for your future and everything around you? Now, I'm saying that I never wanted anything to do with politics, and I still kind of stand by that, even though politically I am voicing my opinion because based on what I see, I don't know what other people out there are seeing. I don't know what anybody's truth is. I don't know what people know. I don't know everything, and those that claim that they know everything still don't know everything. And just like my brother says, I'm going to say this for free. All those persons that have all of these truths about people, situations, and stuff, and you want to post your stuff under an alias. You talk about corruption and deceit and lies of every situation and politicians this and everybody lying and blah, blah. But yet you have to go and put up a fictitious account, a fictitious email or a blog, whatever, to say that you have this truth about somebody, but yet you are starting with a lie. But yet you know all of these things about people, but you can't come out and you're not man enough, or woman enough, and I'm going to call all of you out. You're not man enough or woman enough to say who you are to start with, but yet you know everything that's the truth. And you're prepared to put it out there for people to know what the truth is, but yet nobody's supposed to know who you are. You want accountability, you want transparency, but yet you starting off with a lie. You're going to go on somebody's Facebook page and add people on Facebook and do all sorts of, and go in and attack people because you want to be known and heard. But yet we don't even know who is truly attacking us because you have a fictitious situation going on. You're a liar. You can't even be man enough to come to me and tell me who you are and what you don't like, what I like. I am lost at how we have become. We want to vocalize how we feel. We want to put out to the world what happens to us. Social media could be the devil and it could be the savior. To be liked on social media seems so important. Anybody could turn around and say, but me doing these blogs and me doing tea time, I want to feel important. I am putting myself at risk each time I vocalize how I feel. From any situation, from the conversation that Tony Thorne and I had, from Jacqueline and fashion yesterday, or whatever the situation is, I put myself at risk for some Jacqueline to not like what I said and to come after me. This is who I am. I put this forward to the world. Anybody that knows me, this is Greg Williams. I have no time for the BS. I have no time to pretend about anything. What I do, I give because I want to. I truly want a better Barbados. Whether or not I have to call a spade, and I find a lot of people want to use that term here a lot, calling a spade, and they want X and they want Y. From what I personally see and what the country is going through within the last 8 years, I am sorry, but whether or not the BLP had corruption from before, allegedly had corruption from before, I do not care. At the end of the day, I am going with what I am going through now. I am not dealing with the past. I am dealing with now. And I am tired of the only thing that you can do is bring up the past, the past, the past, the past. They wanted Mia to apologize for her grandfather or her great-grandfather. I mean, good Lord, how much further in the past could you have gone? You named Doctor Who? Like, seriously, who would do time traveling? How much further are you going to go back? Like, it is ridiculous. But we claim we want a better Barbados. Yet, I do not have enough people that are vocalizing whether or not you are B or D or UPP. If you truly, truly love this country, as a politician or as an individual, if you truly are putting Barbados first, not yourself, don't think about yourself. If you want a better future, you want Barbados to be a better place and a place where we can go back. Because if you want to go back in the past, I remember when Barbados was good. And I remember under whose leadership it was. When we ate better and when we had a good life. I'll sip some tea to that. I ain't gonna say no more past that. I know when my life was good, and I know which government was running at that point, and everyone knows. But my thing is, we learn what we learn from our families, whether it's socially, politically, emotionally, physically, whatever. We learn from our families, our social networks, our groups, our peers. We learn life through our surroundings. Why can't you not learn what you want to do or politically where you want this country to go based on your own experiences and not just because you were spoon-fed to be B, to be D, or to be UPP? I don't care. Why can you not decide for yourself? You have something between your ears. Why can't you decide that you're going to make your own political stance no matter what? And once again, allegedly, I'm going to keep on saying this all the time. If we have a problem with buying of votes, you want the money for whatever reason, these are hard times. Everybody knows that. Now, if you are paid or not, put the X where you want to put the X. whether or not someone has paid you, put the X that you feel that is deserving of that X. Do whatever you feel is right. I can't stop anybody from doing anything and taking life where they want to take it. But I find that we have taken this whole politics thing so personally. The attacks that we are giving people. I might attack some people on Facebook, but I do it out of fun because sometimes they think my posts are stupid. Sometimes I think their posts are stupid as well. So it's even. But I never do it out of real dangerous intent or to hurt or harm anyone. And all those persons know who they are and they know my intention because I speak to them separately to what people might see me post with them. But I find that people are taking this politics thing so serious and so personal. And because your mother, your father, or whoever has said whatever information they've fed to you, that you are running with this information because you have not decided for yourself that you're going to find out for yourself about the BLP, about the DLP, about the UPP. You're just going based on what someone has said to you. You're taking everything as that's supposed to be truth, the truth, based on a scenario. And I'm going to tell you this again, or not again, I'm going to tell you this now. Someone relating a story, it is always going to be twisted whenever a Bajan has to relate that story. So any single time that story is being retold, trust me when I tell you, that has been twisted and changed from the original or the real truth. When that story goes out, trust me when I tell you, that ain't got nothing to do, because you know what? People like to embellish and make a story seem juicier when they're... So if I gotta tell a story, I gotta make it seem sweet because I want everybody to listen. I want everybody to hear the story and believe my story. So I'm gonna add, I'm gonna change minute little things. But if you change a story ever so slightly, the comma or put a full stop, it means something completely different. But yet you growing up hearing all that you've heard from your family and your peers, but you've never taken a decision or a stance for yourself to find out what you truly want to believe in and what you want for yourself. That is a severe problem with this country right now. People are just doing things blindly because nobody is taking a stance and say, you know what, this is what I want for myself. This is what I want for my future. I might not like everything about the DLP. Excuse me. I might not like everything about the BLP, but there are good things within everything. Sometimes you gotta choose. Lord, forgive me. You just gotta choose a poison when it comes to the cell phone providers in Barbados. All of them is poison in the end there in some form or fashion because Flow would do foolishness when they're ready. Digicel would do foolishness when they're ready. And so, you know what? But we all use either Flow or Digicel at this current point. But you choose something, it may not be the greatest service, but you're happy with the service. Everything is not perfect. The BLP is not perfect. The DLP is not perfect. So you can decide for yourself for whatever reason and choose because that is what you truly believe in. But start with this pick. Lord have mercy. All of this social picking sound like a bunch of pickers. And it is really, really getting on my nerves. And I just don't know how this is going to help the country. Everybody's saying they're frustrated. For God's sake, a pack of Cheetos, a large pack of Cheetos for $34.95. Lord have mercy. I can't even be depressed and eat Cheetos. You know how depressing that is? I can't even be depressed. Like, the Cheetos, you can't even be depressed and eat Cheetos. Let me zen up for a little bit, because I understand. Barbados is going to the dogs, and this is nothing about any minor inconveniences or this is temporary situation or anything of the sort. We are in a bad state, and I want someone to make it better. I've said this before, I'm going to say again. 20 downgrades later cannot be minor inconveniences, as someone said to me already. 2020 not 2, not even 12, 20 downgrades, not upgrade. They even said that it fluctuated. It was going progressively downhill 20 times. That is not a minor inconvenience. That is a problem. I want a solution. I want somebody who is prepared to put Barbados first, who is going to think about this country, the people who are suffering, and everything that everybody's going through. And for God's sake, try and lower the price of the damn Cheetos. I want my Cheetos. And I posted here the other day, if when I touch the cost of Palmer's cocoa butter, I don't want pop down skin and be popped down too. That's retarded. That's taking a joke too far. I can't be popped down and look popped down too. Come on, people. Let me back up a little bit. So I know I'm trying to make a joke of it because it is, if you don't, you will all have a heart attack and people are going to be so stressed out. People have families. People have mortgages. They have cars. They got to send a child to school. They have their own personal debts. People got credit cards. People have outstanding debts to standard courts, whoever. I mean, we all are in debt in some form or fashion. And the money is not being increased in terms of your salary, but the expenses are exceeding the income, and it's getting progressively worse. So getting taxed over and 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 over. Everything expensive. The roads can't get fixed. They're just throwing down the Barbara Green and just letting the cars drive over it to flatten it. I mean, I saw them throwing down some tar here, and they just throw it in the hole and leave it. And then our cars got to drive over it and flatten it. They didn't even bother to hit it with the shovel and flatten it a little bit. They didn't even try to fool me. But they throw some in the hole. So I filled the hole. Barely. Because you hear too tight as a fit. I don't know. I am tired of my country right now. I am doing everything that I can do personally to feel motivated when it comes to Barbados. And my people, there's a dark cloud over Barbados. You may not be able to see it, but the people are depressed. People do not know where to turn. And if anyone says that they do not feel that Bajans are depressed or that there's a gloom over Barbados right now, you are blind or a liar. And I don't care what this government says. They're not doing a good job, and I will stand by that, because the evidence is, if I do an exam and I did not answer the questions and I get a big X next to it, that means that it is wrong. And based on that, I did not pass the exam. They did not pass their exam. They have failed at nearly everything. They have done no good by us right now. Something might be good in some form or fashion. I truly don't know where. I don't know everything. Something might have been done. I cannot say that this government could have done everything wrong. No. Will not say that, and I will not stand by that. They have done, I can't say they've done every single thing wrong. But the governance of the country in its totality, it is going down the tubes. That is what I have a problem with. And that I will say that publicly. I am unhappy with Barbados. I am fighting to see a Barbados where people can be smiling again and be happy about being Barbadian and saying that they are Bajan. And not seeing a flock of people leaving this country, expats and people who lived here for years, having to leave this country because they're no longer happy staying here and they can no longer financially fit the bill. I don't know how much longer I can stay on this island, but I am trying my hardest right now to survive. I feel like a Jamaican. I probably got 4 or 5 jobs. The 4 or 5 jobs don't even add up to one, but you know what? I gotta do what I gotta do. It's called hustling. And anybody out there who is hustling, more power to you. A certain minister went on Facebook, who should be banned from Facebook, and talking about they are happy with the fact that all of the vendors and stuff, those are the persons that are doing great by Barbados, and those are the ones that are helping Barbados and stuff like that. I don't want to go too much into it, but at the end of the day, you're going to do and say anything at this point to look like you cared. You didn't care before. Only because elections is coming up, everybody now cares about everybody. You didn't care about people before, but all of a sudden now everybody cares about the next person more than they care about themselves. I really wish that people would care. It's like Valentine's Day. Let me use this analogy. You're married. You're going to only show your wife you love her at Valentine's Day. You ain't showing her no love for the rest of the year. Valentine's Day come, you buy the biggest bouquet, the biggest flowers, the best dinner, buy the best dress and the biggest ring. For one day. Elections. So all the rest 364 days in the year, you didn't care about me. You only care about me now that Valentine's Day come. Elections. So what happened with the rest of the year? Well, you can't show me any love throughout the rest of the year. Well, you can't be there for me and tell me randomly you love me. I want some love too. But that's what happens. You only show love when it's time to show it. And I have a problem with that. I want you to love me every damn day. And that's the problem. We have allowed a lot of stuff, and even though we have allowed a lot of stuff, it is a balance between the politician and the voter. And until that balance is broken, I'm sorry, that has to be broken, where there's an understanding of why we have voters and an understanding of why we have politicians. But the common denominator between the two is favors. What you could do for me, what can I get from you, whatever, whatever. You want my vote, you gotta do something for me. I want your vote, so what you want me to do? And until that balance is broken, and that chain is snipped, nothing is going to change. And I'm going to go back to this. That word, politics, I don't know if anybody really knows what that means anymore, because the word now, politician, is something completely different in most people's mind. What is a politician and what does politics mean? When people could start to ask themselves that question, we might have a better understanding of what is a better tomorrow. What you really want from the politician, what the politician really wants from you, and what the politician is really doing in the name of being a politician. Until all of those things change and go back to the original format, where the politician is really putting Barbados first or their country first, nothing is going to change. Until people start putting the cart before the horse, nothing is going to change. We're not going to see a better tomorrow. Until the people stop demanding of the politician that they need something, that they need to be paid, that they want X, they want Y, they want a tablet, they want this, they want whatever. They try them at school, they need this, they need the next, they need the third, they want. Until all of that stuff stops happening, which it will never. Let me be real. It ain't gonna ever stop happening. But this is the reality. If you want a better tomorrow, you have to make a change. Stop blaming the government for every single iota of a thing that we go through. You had a bad day, it was government. You went on the road and the traffic lights ain't working, that's government. I mean, the lights could have been faulty, but it's government. Something happened and you get Robert Sheridan, that's government. The security guard could have gone missing for 2 minutes. It's everything that you go through that is bad is not governmental. You not having food in your fridge is not necessarily 100% governmental. I personally know a lot of people that are misguided with their funds, and they'll rather go to fests and parties and get the hair done, the nails did, and an outfit and a big bottle of Hennessy to go and party, but yet then when you go home, it's like, shoot, I should have gone to the market. I should have paid the light bill. is misguided. What is really important anymore for us? Because I don't know anymore. But yet everybody complaining, 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 complaining. Complaining about what? You are personally doing nothing different to make a change with you first. But yet you can complain about everything every government official does or does not do. You know everything about every government official from the time that they were, like my brother in his selfie, his first selfie. From the time they were sperm, you know everything about that government official. But yet you don't know how you're going to eat next week. But yet you're so concerned about knowing everything about everybody else, but you're not concerned about yourself. It is about starting with self first. I have to get up every morning and decide what I am going to do in my life. My life is not dictated by anybody. How I feel, what I do has nothing to do with this government. How I feel or what I do has nothing to do with my parents. It has nothing to do with my peers. It has nothing to do with y'all. At the end of the day, when I get up and do what I want to do and what I need to do to survive. Everybody needs to treat it the same way. Get up and do something and survive. If you do not start there and start blaming government for everything, no matter, even if Mayor gets in, and I'm saying, sorry, let me change that. When Mayor gets in, Mayor is not Tinkerbell. She does not have a magic wand that she can wave it and say, woo, we can get rid of the NSRL overnight, and this is going to go, and this is the thing, and blah, 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 X, Y, Z. It is not going to be a miracle. We have not gotten into the hole that we're in and expect that we're going to be out of it overnight. But yet there's going to be this expectation that because she is going to get in, that there's going to be this automatic change. So all of the DLP supporters that are against her for not wanting her to get in, so when she gets in, they expect that she's going to make these miracles happen. I can tell you no, it ain't going to happen. She got to do her work. She will make a bad decision. She will make a mistake. Excuse me. She might do something you might not even like. She might do something that might even piss you off. But you know what? I personally cannot see how she can do any worse as a prime minister than the one we got right now. And that's how I feel. If anybody wants to come for me for saying that, so be it. But what I am tired of is the stupid nitpicking from everybody on social media. Everybody got this opinion. Everybody this. Everybody's sensitive. I'm so over it right now. It is unreal. I am over it. I just wanted to hurry up and call elections. For God's sake, just call it. Stop dragging this out. There's no more elasticity in this elastic. It loose. It floppy. Ring the bell. Ding, 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 ding. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. Call election. I am tired. I tired of this now. Lord, it got me sweating. I ain't AC and I sweating. I am at that point now that I am tired of the BS. I am tired of hearing my people suffering. I am tired of the dark cloud over Barbados. I am exhausted. I am an emotional person. I take in energy, which is why I don't like a lot of people around me, and which is why I'm always by myself. But I am tired of what I feel on a daily basis. I am sick of it. It is toxic as hell. And all I want to do right now, and I'm going to turn into something positive, is to give back to Barbados and try to beautify from the inside out. So after I've said all of that, I am moving off of the politics. I put that in a little thing and our people go, "Cuckoo," I let that go. That is over. Menopause, Greg. No, you see, I will not let you rail me up, Lisa Moore, and I can call you out. You can do what you got to do. I will see you at Inner Diva tomorrow, and I will deal with you. Yeah, I got menopause. It start with main MEA. I at that age. Who gives a shit? Anyhow, so I just want to beautify people from the inside out because everything is just really toxic right now. I mean, toxic in every sense. People are upset, people are depressed, people are bitter, they're losing their jobs, they're not knowing how they're going to support their families, their children. When you have a little mouth looking at you, like mommy, daddy, you how you can eat and whatever, and you put in fear in children that if they're going to have a home, it is very gloomy and depressing right now. And I am tired of I am tired of it. I want to see something better. I am prepared to give Mayor Motley a chance. I would like to think that other people might see that down the line. I can't force anybody to want that. You have to believe it to want it. If you don't, that's fine. That's your civil right and duty to believe whatever you want to believe in. No problem. But I believe that she can do a better job, and I believe that she can do something better for this country and stop a little of this gloom and dark cloud from hovering over our island for the length of time that has been hovering over us. And people have been turning a blind eye and pretending that it doesn't exist and calling it minor inconveniences. The Inner Diva workshop is the workshop that I'm having tomorrow. And for all those that are coming, I'm going to be more than excited to have you tomorrow. The Inner Diva came out of me. I used to do the before and after makeovers for the Nation newspaper. Before they ended that. Hint, hint. And even while I was doing the makeovers for all those wonderful women that I had the privilege of making over, I realized that lots of women, after a certain point in their life, they just let go. And it's not that they did it purposely. Finances, situations, jobs, families, whatever, taking care of their parents, all these different things people came into. Oh Lord, you're buttering me up now, Lisa. Lord, you're too sweet. But I know I'm sexy though. But thank you though, Lisa. Yeah, and these women just end up letting go. And I heard that they finally got the husband, so they stop caring about themselves because they got the man now. I'm like, I tell people, losing weight is for a time. Keeping it off is forever. Finding the man or the husband is for a time. Keeping it forever. You know, gotta put in some work. Their work now begin. So I don't understand how you're gonna say that because you know got your man that your work done. But you were asking to get harm. Everybody can tell, Carter, everybody can tell for free. But you were asking to get harm. So he met you as a size 2 and you decide, oh my God, he knows, so I'm gonna let go and become a size 12. You add a 1 onto that situation and that's 1 too many sizes up. But I'm just saying, there's no reason to let go. Be proud of who you are. Be happy with you first. And don't do anything to please anybody. Please yourself. You gotta please yourself first, and people will believe it. If I did not believe I was sexy, sitting down here, Lisa Moore wouldn't believe I was sexy. But I believe it, because I know it. That's for you, Lisa. But no, you have to believe it. And that's another part of the class tomorrow, which is the mirror test. I want anyone that's going to go to my workshop to be able to understand that life is about being fair. The same way we are critical about people, someone can be and should be allowed to be critical about you. You cannot have an opinion about people and no one is allowed to have one about you. The same way how I may have an opinion about someone when I see them dressed, I might laugh and say, Lord, she look a hot mess. Oh, Lord, chin them shoe. Lord, look at that foot. Lord, that hair thirsty. Lord, them nails want taken off. Whatever. But there's somebody's going to say to me, oh, Lord, look, he always showing his chest. Lord, that shirt tight. Lord, that must be from Baby Gap. I don't know. People are going to have an opinion about me. And that's your opinion. But I really don't care. But to stand in front of a mirror with strangers that you don't know and acknowledge your faults and all of your great attributes, but then to hear what you think is a fault really isn't a fault when someone has to say, but I've done this before and women go, well, my hip's real big. I like this fat behind my arm, and this side fat here, and my ear is real big, and my nose, and Lord, I can't tip my forehead, and I really want to get rid of this belly fat, and my foot real big, my big toe, and they go to town on themselves. They find every and anything wrong with themselves, and when you go to say, what do you like about yourself? They come with two things. But you can find everything wrong about yourself, and you can find two things right. But then when someone tells you no, that they love your shape, they love your forehead, they love your back fat. I don't know why somebody love back fat, but hey, it takes all kinds to make up this world. But at the end of the day, you have to love you first before anybody else can love you. If not, you're going to fall into the traps that most people do, is searching for someone to love you because that's a missing thing that is missing from you within. It's called inner diva for a reason, because there's a diva inside all these women lurking to come out. I want to bring it out. It's not going to come out overnight, but at the end of the day, it is a transition that is going to happen in time. I just want people to become more self-aware and become stronger individuals from within. That's the whole thing about the Inner Diva workshop. And lots of women, this is a thing for women, and I don't understand why the shoes were designed for y'all. Heels. Heels were designed for women. But yet so many women cannot walk in heels. That's mind-boggling. But it's a reality. It's a reality, it's a reality, it's a reality. And walking in heels is a part of the class, and so many women will say they know how to be sexy. They know how to be feminine and sensual and sexual. A lot of y'all don't. That's what the pole class is for. You can leave on your heels and do the pole class. Enjoy the freedom of, okay, sunshine, the class is free and it's tomorrow 1 to 6 at Move to More Studio. Move to More is in Wildy Industrial. It's the second left turn if you're coming from Banks, and it's the second building on the right. It's upstairs, A&B Music Supplies. So if you're interested, message me and I'll put you down, but I won't be taking much more, if any, after you if you are interested, because I do have my 25 ladies right now, and I don't want to have it too full that I can't give everybody their attention that is deserved for a class like that. So you can message me when we're finished and we'll see how that can work out. But it is makeup, skincare, everything that is needed for women, and also Katrina, she's going to be talking about everything vagina. It's the scientific term, so I'm not even going to feel the way about saying it. It is everything vagina. And my phone is playing the fool, but that's okay. Right, and the sensualness and the sexuality, the hygiene, the intimacy, everything that a woman should know and talk about. This is where I don't want anybody to come to this workshop and feel the need to sit down and not say anything. That is not what this class is about. And I don't want people to sit down and like just say nothing. I want people to interact. I want people to feel that they are a part of this workshop and we're all here to learn something. I can learn a lot from y'all tomorrow as well. And that's what life, that's the beauty about life, is the learning from other people in the strangest situations, that you're never too old or too big in terms of ego to learn from someone. I had to put ego on that because then you might think I body shaming or something else. And then you gotta be real politically correct. So I am body shaming the body. And thank you, Hillary, for endorsing this message. And so, yeah, so I personally want to give back. I have gotten so much in my 39 years of living, and I didn't get to this point in my life by not taking from someone at some point. And I think it's time that I give back. So this is a part of why I want to do this, because I want to give back to the community. I want to see people learning and doing something different. And it's educational for people to do something different. And in doing something different is not just a worthless, tacky thing that you're going to do. You can be a better person when it's all said and done. And I think that's what we need more now than ever, is situations and events that are a little more wholesome and meaningful than. I would endorse this message than the skinning out and the walking up, because Lord knows that's what you're good at. But getting past that, when you put that one side, then what? You have to have something meaningful in your life. Life has to have some more depth and meaning than just a party. We've become party central. And it's just party, 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 fat, 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 cooler vibe, cooler this, cooler next, cooler, cooler, cooler. Party, 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 party. Yet you complaining about how break you are, but you are every single party. You are every single fat. But you can't be that break though. Hence why this government will never really take us serious, because I'm not telling you, yes, the promoters want to make money. And I endorse they gotta do what they gotta do to make money. But at the end of the day, if the country is this bad, and it is, but yet you're still able to get a burst fed, and you're still using the excuse 4 months later, well, it's depressing, and so I just want to enjoy myself for the last. They use that excuse for crop over. Oh, I just want to enjoy myself, it's crop over, and you know, how many times you can use that excuse over and over and over and over again? It is what it is, but the Inner Diva workshop is about the betterment of women of all adult ages. Let me just put adult in there. No young teeny boppers will be allowed in my class. I've done a workshop with that before where it was age appropriate. Let me just leave it as that. It was age appropriate for these young ladies in what we did at that workshop. This is for adult women who are sexual and have been sexual at least once in their lives. At least once, I think. So it's for the adult. And so don't come playing shy, don't come being bashful, because I will call you out and we will talk and we will laugh and we're gonna have a fantastic time tomorrow. Once again, the Inner Diva workshop is 1 to 6. It's at Move to More Studios, and for all those watching that, bring your heels, whatever heels you want to bring. Bring a real heel though. The little kitten heel thing, that little thing, that's a sandal with a hook. I'm sorry, that's not a heel. But yeah, bring your heels and you will be shown how to choose the right heel for your size and different types of heels and the correct body alignment when you're walking in your shoes and stuff like that. So that's also very important. People don't understand. They walk bad, they feel the pain because of their weight distribution when you're walking in the heel. I did this tea time today because I needed to vent about that more so the politics aspect of what is going on. And Kevon just logged on over there. Hey, what's up, buddy? And but the politics thing is really serious. And if anybody politically is watching this, and you can pass on a message, please tell the Prime Minister to call elections like yesterday. They seriously, I look, this is agonizing, and I think this needs to be put to rest. If you strongly believe that you are doing the best for this country and that you are the party to lead us into the future, you have nothing to worry about calling elections ASAP. Let the people decide what they want for this country. If the people are truly satisfied with your governance of this country within the last 8 years, let the Bajans, let the voters, let the people decide for themselves that we are satisfied with your actions and your governance. I just want elections to call. Like, seriously, ring the damn bell. Seriously. Somebody chime a bell. Jamar, you can find a bell for me somewhere. Just ring that. When Jamar ring the bell, it's sure gonna be done. So I just want the bell to ring. Like, seriously, I am tired. I am tired. I'm not even going to be battling anybody on Facebook anymore because it's tiring. It is draining. It is futile. And it's a waste of my damn time because sometimes the conversations and the battles that I have are so ignorant that I don't want to have it anymore. I believe what I believe in. People will believe what they want to believe in. So I just leave it as that. I'm no longer battling people. Sorry. I will say what I have to say if I choose to say, oh, we got a bell. But yeah, so that means I'm going to wrap this up. And I really didn't drink much tea today because Lord knows, as Lisa said, I must be menopausal today because sweating in the AC environment. But the door is open, so the AC is going out. It's not staying in. So my producer's sitting down under the AC unit. So his ass is cool. I'm staying away. I'm away from it. So whatever. Look, at the end of the day, people, decide what you want to decide. Vote for who you want to vote for. It is your conscience. It is your belief. It is your want. I can't force anybody to do anything, literally in life, and I will never force anybody to vote anything other than what they believe in. I am going to do what I feel I want the bell to ring too, but I'm still afraid that this... Sunshine girl, just keep on shining. That's all I can tell you. Keep on shining, because, you know, someone said to me that they feel that the next election is going to be this landslide victory, and I don't know. I mean, we said that Donald Trump was never going to be president, but he is. So, I'm sorry. I don't care how pissed a few Bajans are. There are a few that aren't. And that's the reality. Until election day, I have nothing more to say really and truly about if this is going to happen and when this happens or whatever. I'm not going to depress myself about it. I'm not going to lead myself for disappointment or anything. Because last elections, people thought the BLP was going to win. They didn't. So I am not second at myself for disappointment. When election time comes, I'll then know if I'm happy or depressed or if I'm going to get on a plane to leave. So that's just how I feel. So my bell was rung just now. So, and he's going to ring it one more time. School is out. You know, when we heard that bell, we'd have done the bag, the done pack, and we'd have out through the door. So you know that was lunch. That's the lunch bell. That's either lunch or that's 3 o'clock. Yeah. So one or two, but I know that we doing what we want to do. But anyhow, So once again, people, thank you for watching Tea Time with Greg. You can also like me and follow me on YouTube, which is Tea Time with Greg, and Instagram, Tea Time with Greg. So stay tuned for more. We have a full pack next week, and I'm not even going to say who I'm bringing on next week, but it will be interesting conversations. I do have two guests. The week after that, I have some more guests, so I'm going to be having guests on for a while, and it's going to be very interesting. So once again, thank you for joining me on Tea Time with Greg. I'm your host, Greg Williams. Over and out.